My goal with teaching martial arts is to develop good people, to develop character, develop people that can help others. You know, I like helping others with my martial arts. So the way that I can, as a teacher, help the most people is by helping people who will in turn help others. Time. All right, push up position. Let's go. On the knuckles if you have gloves on. On the knuckles if you don't have gloves on. Close those fists. Working on the structure of the wrist. Let's go. Push up. 60 clip. Go. I'm interested in a person who's humble, who comes from meager beginnings, who works his way up, who represent his people, who represent his team, you know, with respect and honor, and then from there take their platform and use it to speak out against injustice or oppression, or maybe become a philanthropist. Roll, roll. Roll, roll. Roll, roll. Jab slip. Come in. Jab slip. Jab slip. Overhand.
Overhand. Okay. Oh, well, when I go in there, overhand.
I've been fighting since 2014. I just came here, started training, and just fell in love with it, and just wanted to try it out. When I started, I came in here with nothing. First, when I started coming in here, I wasn't doing really good because I didn't even know I was doing. But once he saw, I started, you know, actually tapping people out and actually doing good in the striking. That's when he's like, all right, he's ready now. But now that when I have wrestling, I have jiu-jitsu, I have boxing, kickboxing, everything.
Right now, Efren is currently my first professional fighter coming out of Lionheart MMA. I opened the school about almost 7 years ago, and he was here from the beginning, and we've developed him from scratch. He really didn't come in with any prior competitive experience, no athletic experience whatsoever. Now he's getting ready to turn pro February 16th at Cage Fury Fighting Championships in Hard Rock Casino in Atlantic City. Nobody else is training, nobody want to wake up? Yourself better. We got more hours in our camp than him. The scale's in our favor, automatic.
What keeps me motivated? Just seeing all the other guys progress, seeing other guys get better, it makes me more hungry, makes me like, oh, I gotta catch up, I gotta get better, I wanna keep up with the best. I keep motivated because I think that my opponent's not doing it. I think, okay, the harder I push, there's no way he's pushing this hard. There's no way he's gonna keep up my pace.
Very good. All right, now, coming in.
When I was sparring somebody who used to just always beat me every day, and when I finally submitted him, I'm like, okay, I think I'm ready to compete.
Good job. Let's go. 1-2 slip hook. 1-2 slip uppercut.
Oh, me and Coach Ed, we have a great relationship. He's not only my coach, he's also one of my very close friends. You know, with some people, you have to paint that picture, you have to draw it for them, you have to trace it line by line and fill in every blank. And those type of students, you need them to show up motivated and alert every single day. Other students that have natural ability, they just need a guy to be like, do it like this, do it like that, do it this many times, fix this, fix that. You know, so it's two different styles. Efren's definitely the first. So, you know, the fact that he's a blank canvas that shows up constantly, I'm able to fine tune him, and we're able to work together to develop this picture that we have of a really good, you know, mixed martial artist, a top level mixed martial artist. Do some more power. Come on, move this. Yeah. I want to feel the punch behind. Hit, accuracy, power, speed, aggression, head movement. Forward, everything. Come on. I always look for my fighters to kind of be strong, stand their ground and firm for what they believe in, but also, you know, be helpful to others, you know, be giving, be generous. So that way, you know, the impact that I have on them, they can use that to help more people in the future. How do I say motivated in the gym? Just come in every day, you know? And just like seeing everybody just keeps me going because I want to help others as well, you know?
Go on, forehead combo, forehead combo, forehead combo, head movement, head movement, head movement, head movement, head movement, head movement, go! Hit, hit. Efren was not the beast that you see today in the cage. In the beginning of his training, he would get taken down constantly, he was getting submitted, he was getting beat up with boxing, he just didn't have a tremendous amount of talent or athleticism, so it was very difficult for him in the beginning. And one day he was in one of the practices in the mornings where I had the MMA guys all, you know, drilling and sparring, getting ready for an amateur event, and everybody was going hard, and Efren walks in the door, and I was like, okay, let me throw this guy in the rotation. And I don't know what clicked for him that day. It was about 7 months into his training, and he started taking down the MMA guys and getting on top of them and fighting his butt off and not settling for positions. And that's when I first saw, like, I was like, okay, this kid's got something. He's a hard worker, he's clawing his way to the top. Okay, I'm going to pay a little bit of attention to him. We never really thought about competing, at least myself as a coach. Efren was never first on my list to be a competitor until he approached me with the idea, and I was terrified. When he first came to me and he was like, hey, I want to fight MMA, I was like, oh man, you want to fight MMA? I was like, okay, everyone deserves a shot. You're a hard worker, you're dedicated, you love the sport, you have passion. Okay, let's do it. But first, you know, we're gonna take it step by step. I want you to compete in a little boxing tournament, do a little golden gloves, diamond gloves to get your feet wet. Then I want you to do a grappling tournament, maybe do Naga, IBJJF style tournament, get yourself seasoned. And then after you complete those 2 tasks and compete in front of people, we'll take it to the cage and book a fight. We did a diamond gloves tournament, he won. You know, we did a couple jiu-jitsu tournaments, which he also won, and we were always shocked when he won. You know, like, I don't know why. We should have started believing in him more at that point. He was just always our little brother on the mat that we were kind of like, you know, watching him come up. And then we booked an MMA fight for him at that point, and, you know, started to get ready from there.
And still the champion, Efren, the Mexicutioner, Escareno.
Part of sport, you have to stay humble because no matter what, you're not gonna be the best. There's always gonna be someone better. You just gotta be the best you could possibly be.
I'm coming to start to believe that Efren's talent is working hard. Not everyone is able to sustain that work ethic for such a long period of time. But he goes to great painstaking lengths to show up as many sessions as he can. No matter if he feels bad, if he feels good, if he feels sick, if he feels tired, you know, he comes and shows up and he hits that session. So it becomes kind of ingrained in him.
Ignition. Ignition.
Working hard, bro?
Sure.
Yeah?
Hell yeah.
Get a quick drink, come on. Gonna be sharp. I'm working hard, man. Go time, baby. Let's go.
I just had to train harder and keep training all my skills, but more discipline and more focused.
As a coach, you're like an artist in a way, you know, and you're also a guide.